Good morning, dear students. In the previous class, we were discussing about factor theorem. So we were doing the exercise. So we'll move to the fourth main. So here some trinomials are given. You have to factorize. Students, you have learned this. To factorize the trinomial, you have learned the method in 8th standard. So let us recall that. So in the fourth main, first sum is 12x square minus 7x plus 1. So here, what is the method to factorize the trinomial? You have to multiply the first term and the last term along with the sign. So here, first term is plus 12x square, the last term is plus 1. Multiply the sign first. Plus into plus, 12x square into 1, 12x square. Now you have to get the factors of 12. So here these three groups are factors. 4 3s are 12, 6 2s are 12 or 12 1s are 12. Among these three groups you have to select a group. So that if you multiply those two you have to get 12. If you simplify that, add or subtract, you should get the middle term. So which group you will select? Yes, 4 and 3. If you multiply you will get 12. When you simplify or add you will get 7. So the required group of factors are 4 and 3. After writing the factors here, see the sign of the product. Here product is having plus. If the product is having plus, you should add to get the middle term. So you are adding these two to get 7. 4 plus 3, 7. Now you have to put the sign for these two factors. When you are adding, so the terms should have same sign. That you have to see the middle term. So the middle term is having minus, so you have to put minus for both the factors. Now x square is there, so write x and x here for both the factors. Now, so after getting the group of the factors, so now next step is write the first term as it is. Now split this middle term as the sum of minus 4x and minus 3x. Write down the last term as it is. Now you will get the 4 terms. Now you have to group. So 2 terms in a group. So this is first group, this is second group. Now in the first group, see the common factor. Here 12 and 4 can be divided by 4. That is highest common factor of 4 and 12 is 4. Now see the variable. Here x square is there, here x is there. So the highest common factor is x. After taking the common factor, you should open the bracket. So now after opening the bracket, you should divide each term by the common factor. So divide 12x square by 4x, what you will get? 4 1s are 4 3s are. So if you divide x square by x, so x will be cancelled, 1x will be left over. So write that here. Now write down minus. Now divide the second term by the common factor. So 4x will be cancelled one time. So write 1 here. Close the bracket. Now in the second group, so what is the common? Third term is having minus. Take out minus outside. Now here no common factor. So that means highest common factor HCF will be 1. So open the bracket. Divide each term by common factor. You will get the same term. One more thing you have to remember. If minus is there outside. So when you divide this second term by minus 1. You will get minus inside. When you open the bracket. So minus into minus you will get plus. So if the third term is having minus, when you take outside the bracket, so you have to write the opposite sign of the fourth term. Now, if you are correct, these two brackets will be same. Now, this is one term, this is second term. In both the terms, so this bracket is common. Take outside 3x minus 1 as the common factor. Open the bracket. So same procedure. So first term should be divided by the common factor. So these two will be cancelled. 4x is left over. Minus. In the same way, second term should be divided by the common factor. These two will be cancelled. So minus 1. So these two are factors of the given trinomial. Dear students, we'll move to the next one. The given trinomial is 2x square plus 7x plus 3. So you know the procedure. You have to multiply the first term and the last term along with the sign. Plus into plus, 2 3s are 6x square. Now you should write the factors of 6. So you know that 6 1s are 6 you will get or 2 3s are. Among these two groups, you have to select a group. So when you multiply those two factors, you should get 6. When you simplify that, you should get 7. For that, what you have to do, you should see the sign of the product. If the sign of the product is plus, then you should add those two factors to get the middle term. If the product is having minus, then you should subtract to get the middle term. So now since the product is having plus, you should add to get 7. So which factors you have to select? 6 and 1. So if you multiply this, you will get 6. If you add this, you will get 7. So the factors we required are 6 and 1. So after writing this, you have to put the sign for the factors. What you are doing? You are adding. So when you add, both the factors must have same sign. So that depends on the middle term. So if the middle term is having plus, you should put plus for both the factors. If middle term is having minus, so when you are adding, you should put minus for both the factors. Here, middle term is having plus, so put plus for both. Now, x square is there, write 1x here. Now, got the factors. Next, we'll proceed. So, write down the first term as it is. You should split up the middle term as the sum of plus 6x and plus 1x. Write down the last term, plus 3. Now, you got 4 terms. Group into 2. So, in such a way that in one group, so 2 terms must be there. So, here this form one group, this is second group. Now, see the common factor. You have to take the common factor. First, to see the number. 2 and 6 can be divided by 2. So, highest common factor 2. Now, see the variable. So, x square and x, common factor is x. So, 2x is common in the first group. So, after taking the common factor outside, open the bracket. So, then to write inside the bracket, each term should be divided by the common factor. 2x square, when it is divided by 2x, so 2 will be cancelled. So, when you divide x square by x, you will get x. Now, plus, divide the second term by 2x. So, 2 ones are 2 3s are, x will be cancelled. Now, see the second group. Here, what is the common factor? So, no common factor means it is 1. 1 is the highest common factor. Take outside. So, open the bracket. So, if you divide this by 1, you will get the same terms. Now, if you are correct, the terms which are inside the bracket will be same. Now, so this is one term, this is another term. So, here in both the terms, so x plus 3 is common. Take outside. So, open the bracket. So, first term, divide that by x plus 3. These two will be cancelled, 2x left over. So, plus, here second term should be divided by the common factor, x plus 3 will be cancelled. So, plus 1. So, now we got two factors. So, x plus 3 and 2x plus 1 are the factors of this trinomial. So, students, the third one, 6x square plus 5x minus 6. So, you know the procedure. You have to multiply the first term and the last term, so along with the sign. Plus into minus, minus, 6 6 36 x square. Now, you should write the factors of 36. You know that 6 6 are 36, 9 4s are 36, 36 1s are 36, 12 3s are 36. So, many groups we got. So, now among these group of factors, which one we have to select? For that, you have to see the sign of the product. Here, the product is having minus. That means, so you have to subtract the factors to get the middle term. So, when you subtract those two factors, you should get 5. So, see, here among this group, if you when you subtract, so which factors you have to select? So, 9 and 4. So, when you subtract this, so you will get 5. So, now we got two factors. Now, you should put the sign for this. So, since you are subtracting, both the factors must have unlike sign, opposite sign. So, for that, you should see the middle term. Middle term is having plus. So, that means you should put plus for the greater number and opposite sign for the other factor. So, now put x and x. Now, middle term, to get plus 5x, this should be split as plus 9x minus 4x. When you simplify this, you will get plus 5x. So, now you know the procedure. Continue and get the factors. Let's move to the fourth one. 3x square minus x minus 4. So here also you should multiply the first term and the last term. Plus into minus, minus 3x square into 4, 12x square. Write down the factors of 12. 3 4s are, 6 2s are, 12 1s are. You got three group of factors. Which one you have to select? For that you should see the sign of the product. Since it is having minus, what you have to do? You have to subtract to get the middle term. Your middle term, nothing means it is 1. So which one, which factors you have to select to get 1, 3 and 4. So if you multiply, you will get 12, and if you subtract, you will get 1. So the required factors are 3 and 4. Now you have to put the sign for these two factors. So for that you should see the sign of the product. Your product is having minus. So since it's having minus, you have to subtract. So now see the sign of the middle term. Here middle term is having minus. That must be put for greater number and opposite sign for the smaller number. So here x. So the middle term can be split as plus 3x and minus 4x. So continue the procedure and get the factors. Dear students, we'll move to the next main. Here they've asked us to factorize this polynomial. Here you can see that there are 4 terms. When 4 terms are there, to factorize using factor theorem, let us see the steps. So here you have to write down the first term and the last term as it is. Now here plus your next term, you have to split up this term, x squared term. For that, take a clue. Here its coefficient is 1 and sign is plus. So plus 1x square. Next term is x square. So 1x square. Take the coefficient and sign of this and write that term. So plus 1x square. To get minus 2x square, what must be added here? Minus 3x square. So that if you simplify this, plus x square minus 3x square, what you will get? Greater number sign is minus. So since they have unlike sign, you should subtract. So 3x square minus 1x square is 2x square. Now your second term minus 2x square can be written as plus x square minus 3x square. So I hope you all understood this. So once again I'll explain. So when 4 terms are given, write down the first term as it is and the last term as it is. Now you have to split up this second term. So now for that you have to take the clue from the first term. So you have to take the sign along with the coefficient. So plus 1 is there. So plus 1x square. Now to get the minus 2x square, you have to add minus 3x square for this. If you simplify this, you will get minus 2x square. In the similar way, so this together this term, take the last term. So here plus 2, you are writing x here, splitting x term. So take this last coefficient plus 2x. Now see the term, minus x is there. So that for that, so you have to add minus 3x. So if you simplify this, minus 3x plus 2x, what you will get? Greater number sign is minus. If you simplify, you have to subtract, that is 1x you will get, minus x. So I hope you all understood this step. So now here you have to group into 2, you will get 3 groups. So now in the first group, x cube, x square is there. So when you take the HCF or highest common factor, so variable with the lowest power will be considered as highest common factor. So common factor is h square. Open the bracket. So when you take out the common factor, you have to divide each term by the common factor. So x cube by x square, what you will get? X plus x square. If you divide that by x square, you will get 1. So now in the second group, minus, so here 3 and 3 is there, so 3 is the common factor. Here x square is there, here x to the power of 1 is there, so with lowest power, so x will be the common factor. Open the bracket. Now you have to divide each term by the common factor. So divide 3x square by 3x, what will get? 3 will be cancelled, so here 1x will be left over. So now you have taken minus outside, So when you divide this, minus will be cancelled, it will be plus, divide 3x by 3x, it is 1. Now in the third group, plus 2 is common, so divide 2x by 2, what will get? X, plus divide 2 by 2 will get 1. If you are correct, in all the three bracket must be same. So now this is one term, second term, third term. So what is the common factor among all the three terms? X plus 1 is common. So take outside the common factor. Now open the bracket. So here each term should be divided by the common factor. This to this will be cancelled. So in the first term, x square is there. So in the next term, this will be cancelled, minus 3x. So in the third term, plus 2. Now again, so write this as it is. Yeah, now in the second factor, you got trinomial. So again you have to proceed. So you know the method to factorize the trinomial. So multiply the first and the last term, plus x square into 2 plus 2x square. Since the product is here, 2 ones, only one term, one factor will get. So since product is having plus, you have to add to get the middle term. Since the middle term is having minus, you have to put minus for both the factors. So now, so write down x square as it is, minus 2x minus 1x plus 2. Now again you have to factorize x plus 1 into, here common factor is x minus 2, here minus 1, x, here if you have taken minus outside, then you have to, when you divide this by minus, you will get minus only, minus 2. That is x plus 1 into, your common factor is x minus 2, take outside. So yeah, if you divide the first term by the common factor, these two will be cancelled. X minus, yeah, if you divide this second term by the common factor, you will get minus 1. So we got three factors, x plus 1 into x minus 2 into x minus 1. Dear students, I hope you all understood these concepts. Take care. Bye.